For decades, India's IT sector has been this absolute giant of job creation, right? The go-to dream for millions of engineering grads. But lately, all you hear about is crisis, hiring freezes, a massive slowdown. So what's really going on? Is this the end of an era, or is it something else entirely, the start of a new one? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. Take a look at this number, 17. Any guesses what that is? Well, over the first 9 months of the fiscal year, the top 5 IT giants in India, the companies that usually hire by the tens of thousands, hired a grand total of, yep, 17 people. That's the net number. And just to let the scale of that sink in the exact same period last year, those same companies brought on almost 18,000 employees. From nearly 18,000 down to just 17. I mean, come on, that's not a slowdown. That's a full-on screeching halt. And it's a huge red flag that something fundamental is changing. So, let's unpack this whole thing. On the surface, it really does look like a major job crisis, right? A great IT slowdown. But trust me, the story here is so much more complicated than just a hiring freeze. The numbers are just the symptom of a much, much deeper problem. And get this, it's not just about not hiring new people. Companies are actively getting smaller. In just 9 months, one company alone, Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, India's largest, shrunk its workforce by nearly 26,000 people. That's a negative number. Suddenly, this whole thing feels very real and very personal for thousands of people. So, why is this happening? Well, there are a few obvious reasons. You've got economic issues in the US and Europe, where most of the clients are. Those clients are cutting back on spending. And fewer people are quitting their jobs, so there's less need to hire replacements. But the real kicker is that last point. The industry is moving away from a model where growth was directly tied to hiring more people. That link, it's been completely broken. So, what broke it? This is where the story takes a huge turn. It's not just about a weak economy. The real engine driving all of this change is artificial intelligence. And this chart really tells the whole story. Look at the blue bars versus the red ones. We're seeing this massive drop-off in the kind of entry-level, routine jobs that used to be the backbone of the IT industry. But at the same time, look at the other side. Specialist roles, senior-level roles, those are actually growing. So you see, it's not just about losing jobs. It's a total restructuring of what an IT job even is. So which jobs are feeling the heat the most? Well, basically anything that's repetitive and predictable. We're talking about tasks like data entry, manual software testing, and a ton of back-office stuff. Even a lot of the standard mid-level coding jobs are under pressure now that AI tools can write and debug code themselves. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The CEO of TCS himself, K. Krithivasan, went on record saying that AI is going to slash the need for call centers within a single year. When the leader of the biggest IT firm in the country says that, this change isn't some far-off future thing. It's happening right now. But okay, it's not all doom and gloom, not even close. Because for every role that AI and automation are making obsolete, they're also creating brand new ones. We're not just watching something end, we're watching a whole new job market being born. So what does this new landscape actually look like? Well, the data is pretty clear. By 2027, the industry is going to need tens of thousands of new specialists. We're talking about 75,000 more application developers, 70,000 data analysts, 65,000 product owners. These are high-skill, high-value jobs that barely existed on this scale just a few years ago. And what's really cool is the variety of these new gigs. The new faces of IT aren't just hardcore coders. Of course, you've got your AI engineers and data scientists. But you also have cybersecurity analysts, AI product managers, and even AI ethicists, whose job is to make sure all this powerful tech is used for good. How wild is that? So just how big is this opportunity? The projections are staggering. AI and all the tech around it are expected to create 4.7 million new tech jobs in India by 2027. So yeah, the old model is shrinking, but a much bigger, more exciting ecosystem is rising up to take its place. So what's the big takeaway here? You have to stop thinking about this as just a slowdown. It's not temporary. This is a permanent rewrite of the industry's entire operating system. And to survive, you're going to need a whole new mindset. This quote from Sarthak Sharma just hits the nail on the head. The skills that pretty much guaranteed you a job 10 years ago, today, they're just the price of admission. Basic coding is becoming a commodity. To really succeed, you've got to build on top of that.
And this is the core of the new model. The industry has totally shifted gears. It's moved on from just throwing more people at a problem. It's not about the quantity of your workforce anymore. It's all about the quality of your talent. Companies want innovators, problem solvers, people who can use AI as a tool, not just follow a script.
So what's the game plan? For anyone in IT or hoping to be, it really boils down to 3 things. 1, you have to upskill constantly. Learn about AI, cloud, cybersecurity. 2, work on the skills machines can't do. Critical thinking, creativity, being adaptable. And 3, just accept that you're never done learning. In this world, you have to be a lifelong learner just to stay in the game. So let's wrap it up with this thought. The Indian IT sector is not dying. It's not even close. It's just going through this massive transformation. The old way of doing things is fading out, and this new, faster, AI-powered industry is taking its place. The story isn't crisis, it's change. The industry is being rewritten right before our eyes. The only question is, what will your role be in this new chapter?